Joining me now to discuss an initiative to try to help homeless veterans is Neil Ellis. He is the Liberal MP for Bay of Quinte. He's also the chair of the Veterans Affairs Committee in the House of Commons. Mr. Ellis, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Can we start then? Let's look at you've got support from all of the members of the committee. What exactly are you recommending? It's something to do with rent assistance for homeless vets. How would it work?
So it's comparable to the U.S. strategy. What the U.S. are offering housing benefit, and so what it is when a veteran becomes homeless or about homeless, they're connected to a voucher system, so they get homes right away. With our system, we don't have this. So my proposal would be to start a system and mirror like the U.S. The U.S. in 2009 had 70,000 homeless veterans. In 2017, they've got it down to just over 40,000.
Wow. So we're seeing concrete results in the U.S. program.
We're seeing concrete results. And our numbers are 3,000 to 5,000. That's a guess. I mean, we don't have concrete numbers. Part of the strategy would be to try to get those numbers, take names and start with research data in each riding and identify the homeless veterans, and therefore we could get our numbers. When we look at numbers in general, if we take the 3 to 5 range and compare it to the U.S. Have about 30 times the veterans we have, but our ratio per thousand is higher than the U.S. If we take our numbers and look at it, we're about 3.5 or 3.2. Where the U.S. is 1.2 per thousand.
A concrete question. Where would these funds come from? Would they be, I mean, is there an easy, because we are only several weeks from the end of the session, where would the funds come from?
National Housing Strategy has funds, and veterans have been pegged in the National Housing Strategy. So part of this is to ask for money or make it part of the National Housing Strategy for the voucher system.
Okay, in your press conference when you spoke to people this week, you mentioned, or someone mentioned, that the Veterans Affairs Department has actually recommended this kind of thing several times over the past decade. Why have we not seen any action on this?
And that's a good question. I think, when you look at the last 10 years, this is a problem that's been around forever. And they've looked at voucher systems before over the last 10, 15 years, and it has never taken place. And so our committee did a study on homelessness, and this is something that really stuck out in the committee report, that a voucher system of some sort is successful in the U.S. So looking at this and further, why build a new wheel? And I think that the U.S. system is working, and part of this, if we can apply it to our own system, we can cut our veterans by 2025 down to zero.
If this is just a matter of getting the ear of the minister responsible for the National Homelessness Strategy, I mean, I think it's either Minister Duclos or I know Adam Vaughan is also a parliamentary secretary, been involved with it. If it's just a matter of getting their ear, why hasn't this happened earlier?
Well, I think it's part of, and one of the homeless groups described it, it's like a high school dance that we're all standing around and nobody knows what to do. And I think that part of this is bringing it to the forefront, and with the press that we've gotten on this motion in the last 2 days, I think is really gained credibility. And with the veterans organizations behind it, I think the government has to take a look at it. And I think that we'll find out on Tuesday night. I
was going to say, okay, so when will you know that if you're going to get action or not?
Tuesday night is the motion. I'm hoping for unanimous support Tuesday night and that we can get it passed. So part of this is we're running out of time, and this is an important issue. One homeless veteran is too many, and I think with pressure that I'm trying to put on all parties in this, I think that we can get this across the finish line.
Okay. Well, it sounds clear enough. We will watch on Tuesday night, and we'll watch what happens after that if the motion passes through the House. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you. Have a great day.